Follow me.
Why help us?
Maybe I see more of myself in you than I'm willing to admit. Maybe by helping you, I'll make up for a lifetime of mistakes. Or maybe I just like you.
Even though we shot your friend?
Even though you shot my friend, yes.
Where must we go?
To a realm beyond your own.
So real quick, I wanted to talk about this. He still has his reserve because, as some of you already know, he has Kratos has dealt with gods before, and his mindset going into this is that, you know, he doesn't know who she is. He doesn't know what she is. All he knows is that she's a witch, and he's extremely distrusting to those around him, specifically strangers. One, because of, well, mainly, really, because he's lived a life where every single individual he's ever interacted with, they're acting on their own motivation. They have this ulterior motive that's eventually going to lead to a point where Kratos ends up getting burned as a result of it. And I think, like, you obviously still see this guard that is still up, like, after all this time. On top of that, especially where he's at in his life now, one, everything's trying to kill him. He doesn't know, like, the fact, like, he's only met one, I don't want to say one other person aside from his wife in this world. And that other person tried to kill him. So, and he obviously, Baldur had very bad intentions. We didn't know what those intentions were. But either way, there was a violent end to that conversation. So, granted, Freya has up until this point hasn't really shown us a reason or given us a reason to distrust her. I still feel like that guard is always going to be up. He's still very reserved. And the other thing that I want to point out, and I'll end this thought here, he still has a son to protect. And Atreus, because he's a child and he's experiencing this new world, and he said straight up, I didn't think I was going to leave the woods. I think that because you kind of have that child mentality with you where they're a lot more trusting to those around them, and that's breaking into the psychology of a kid, I feel like at that point, now Kratos has to kind of like double his efforts on guarding himself and now guarding his son, because yes, Atreus may think that an individual is extremely trusting. Again, we're just talking on the simple basis of a child trusting a stranger. And so now Kratos has to kind of like work double time to really keep this wall up. And now he's like slowly, he still has the defenses up, but you can see he's like, why are you helping us? And, you know, by letting him in a little bit, okay, now he can taper his defenses. Anyway.